पैरासाइटिक न्यूट्रिशन, ये जो मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन है, यहाँ ऑर्गेनिज्म अपना न्यूट्रिशन डिराइव करते हैं फ्रॉम द बॉडी ऑफ अदर ऑर्गेनिज्म. तो दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड parasitic nutrition, and the plants that use parasitic mode of nutrition are called parasites. The plant on or inside which parasites live are called host. In parasitic mode of nutrition, parasites always beneficial and the hosts are harm, क्योंकि parasite dependent रहते हैं in or on the body of other organisms, so they have to derive their food from other organisms. So that's why parasitic mode of nutrition में parasites हमेशा ही फायदेमंद में रहते हैं एंड host जो होते हैं उनको ही हमेशा हार्म्ड होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल पे देखें तो कैस्कीटर, जिसको हम लोग एमरबिल भी बोल सकते हैं, एक कॉमन पैरासाइटिक प्लांट है दैट क्लाइम्स ऑन द ब्रांचेस ऑफ अदर प्लांट्स with the help of thread-like stems. It is then developed parasitic roots called hostoria which go into the host to obtain valuable nutrients. Some other examples of parasitic plant are mycelium and certain bacteria. So mycelium is a partial parasite and it produces its own food in green leaves, but it derives water and minerals from the host. Symbiotic relationship जो होता है इसी को हम लोग सिम्बायोटिक न्यूट्रिशन भी बोलते हैं, बिकॉज द मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन इन विच टू ऑर्गेनिज्म दैट टेक शेल्टर एंड दे शेयर देयर शेल्टर, their nutrients. That's why this relationship is called symbiotic relationship and the mode of nutrition is called symbiotic nutrition. लीचन्स फॉर एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे ले सकते हैं हम लोग. एक रिमार्केबल एग्जाम्पल है सिम्बायोटिक रिलेशनशिप का. लीचन्स आर मेड अप ऑफ algae and fungi. They cannot live separately. They make a partnership. The algae in lichens are teeny green balls which make food from sunlight to feed the fungi, and in return fungi make a protective layer around the algae and hold water. Now insectivorous nutrition. We all know that certain plants that have to eat insects to derive their food, and the process is called insectivorous nutrition. The plant that use insectivorous mode of nutrition are called insectivorous or carnivorous plants, or simply meat eater plants breed. Insectivorous plants usually grow in places where they cannot get enough nitrogen from the soil. That's why they have to eat insects. So they eat insects which provide them with nitrogen. The most common example of insectivorous plant is peach plant. You have already studied that how peach plant take their food. It has a peach-like structure which is modified part of the leaf. The apex of the leaf forms a lid which can open and close the mouth of the pitcher. Inside the pitcher there is a hair which is directly downward. When an insect lands on the pitcher, the lid is closed automatically and the trapped insect get entangled into the hair inside the pitcher. The insect is then digested by the digestive juices present or secreted in the pitcher. So other insectivorous plants other than pitcher plants are sundew, bladderworts, butterworts and Venus flytrap. And now it's time to how nutrients are replenished in the soil. Because the students, we all take nutrition from plants, but plants take nutrition from soil. So how we replace that nutrient to the soil again? You might have seen farmers adding manures and fertilizers. Why they do so? They add manures, farmer manures fertilizers इसलिए डालते हैं फील्ड्स में ताकि वो प्लांट्स के द्वारा जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स यूटिलाइज हुआ है वो दोबारा रिप्लेनिश हो जाए सॉइल में, ताकि नेक्स्ट टाइम जो प्लांट्स फिर सोन किया जाए उसमें वो नरिशमेंट मिल सके. You know that plant absorb minerals from the soil so that their amount in the soil keep on decreasing. Manure and fertilizers contain plant nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus. These are the important nutrients which are present in fertilizers. These contain nutrients enrich the soil again. Moreover, crops need a lot of nitrogen to make proteins. You know that the plants cannot absorb nitrogen from the air as they use carbon dioxide. They need nitrogen in a soluble form. And there is a bacterium called Rhizobium bacterium that can help the atmospheric nitrogen and convert it into a soluble form. But Rhizobium is unable to make its own food. Rhizobium खुद भी अपना खाना नहीं बना पाता है, so it lives in the roots nodules of the leguminous plants like green pea, moong, and bean. Rhizobium provides these plants with nitrogen, and in return the plant provide food and shelter to the bacteria. They thus form a symbiotic relationship. So this is the end of your chapter of class 7. Now later we have to discuss this exercise, which is already presented in your school website with all the completed answers. Okay students, thank you for today. Okay, bye.